Hi everyone, it's so nice to see you all, and we are here again Wednesday, January 9th. 9th? Yes, okay. Yes, it is Wednesday, January 9th, 2019. Ooh, that sounds awesome, right? 2019. Okay, so this is feed number 16. Feed number 16, and I'm going to start with this. Hi, Lay. I'm going to start with this. This is a quote by Henry David Thoreau. I know of no more encouraging fact than the unquestionable ability of man to elevate his life by conscious endeavor. By conscious endeavor, elevating our lives. Okay? So some of you may have heard this in the recent past several times being expressed. We are responsible for our own learning. Okay? Think on that. We and only we are responsible for our own learning. Here's another bit for you. Wherefore men are free to choose liberty and eternal life through the great mediator of all men, or to choose captivity and death. Some of you may have heard that one before too. And here's another tidbit for all of you. You are free to act for yourself, and you are responsible for the choices you make. Okay, so just think about that. And if you're interested, go ahead and stay. If not, go ahead and click me up or turn to something else. So I'm going to read that one more time. You are free to act for yourself, and you are responsible for the choices you make. So tonight I'm going to be sharing about accountability. Love that word, accountability. And with that, we live in a time where it seems there's a lot of finger pointing going on. Not so much people are looking inward like, what did I do? What did I have a hand in doing? Accountability, being responsible for our own choices. So I hope you have this swirling around in your mind as I go through the rest of this feed for tonight. So I'd like you to think about this question right now. If you could go back and change one decision that you've made, what would it be? I'll repeat that. If you could go back and change one decision that you've made in the past, what would it be? My sister Lehua says she doesn't like that question because it's in the past, and I get that. And with it being the past, it's already gone. However, think about that. If you could change one decision that you've made, what would it be? All right. So now we're going to use that past decision. Because of the change that is pronounced, I'm expecting that to be a decision that wasn't favorable or that wasn't a good one. And it could be a really, really critical one or a really mild one. But one decision that you've made in the past that you would like to change. Okay, so while thinking of that, and I have so many myself, while thinking of that and using that decision as a platform, my question then to you is going to be this. Have you learned anything from that past decision? Because of making that decision in your life, have you learned anything? Hi, Chrislyn, and hi, Julie. Good to see you guys here. So awesome. Have you learned anything from that past decision? And if so, what are the lessons that you've been able to take from that past decision? Okay, now we're flowing in the same place, hopefully. I've made a lot of poor choices in my past, but you know, with the good choices and the poor choices that I've made, I certainly wouldn't be the woman that I am today or the girl that I am today. Certainly not. And there's some pretty heavy duty past decisions that I've made that weren't great. But the lessons that I've extracted from those poor choices are irreplaceable. They're amazing. And I even I'm grateful and thankful for those poor choices that I've made because of the lessons that I've been able to take away from those experiences. So now then my question to you is this. Because of the lessons that you've been blessed with, have you been trying to help others with your poor choice and the lessons that you've learned from it? Have you been trying to share and help others because of the experience and the knowledge that you've gained? All right, so I'm going to make it a little bit lighter, and we're going to talk about one of my past choices. That's kind of where I wore it on me. Okay, so in the moment that I made it, I wasn't conscious about that, but I put on lots of weight, like close to 100 pounds. I put on lots of weight to protect myself and to make myself as ugly as possible or as unattractive as possible to men, to the opposite sex. Yeah, that was real smart, right? Yeah, I know. How did that work for me? Yeah, okay. Anyways, for another time. But we'll use that as one of my poor choices in the past, okay? So as I look back on that, I realized that wasn't such a smart choice. Okay, so let's say over the past 10 years, I have tried to do what people say, lose weight. I've tried to many times lose weight. And here's how that worked for me. It didn't work at all for me. But when I've been recently ready to change and not my weight, I'm going to share with you some things. I have been able to do that. Okay, so when I focused on weight loss and taking off the pounds, it never worked for me. Always got to a certain place and then it went away. But it never worked for me. However, when my focus shifted and I wanted to be healthier, I mean, literally, I wanted my organs and my blood pressure and that kind of stuff. I wanted better health. I wanted my health to be elevated. When I made that choice, then everything else started to move in an awesome direction. So I use a product, as some of you know today, and I love that product simply because of this, simply because of the benefits that I have been blessed with and that have blessed my life. And here's some of those benefits. My blood pressure is so much more better. I have better blood pressure. I have better organ function. I have definitely more energy than I've had since it feels like I was in college the first time. My energy levels are crazy. My moods are more even. I'm not so crazy. The Pisces girl that I am, I'm not as crazy as normal. Definitely more stable as far as my moods are concerned. And my sleep is fantastic. I have much better sleep. Now, because I was focused on, and I love you guys too, because I was focused on elevating my health, one of the byproducts of that was weight loss. And to be honest with you, I couldn't even care about that. The past few years of my life, I can't even care. I don't even care about the weight loss. I just cared about bringing that blood pressure down, checking my organs, checking all of this health statistics stuff, and making sure that that became more even. This is my goal, personally. This is my goal for elevated health, guys. I want to live to be 104. So I want to live for another 50 years, but I want to do it in as healthy and as independent as a way possible. I don't want somebody taking care of me. I don't want to be living on pills and comatose in a bed. I don't want to be somebody who's just watching and not participating in stuff. No, I want to be a very active contributor and participant in life. So for the next 50 years, I want to be able to be healthy and independent. And this is literally my goal. It is one of my physical goals that I am able to live for the next 50 years strong and end strong. Yeah, I'm definitely out to end strong. And I hope so. But with that, if any of you are open and interested in learning more, feel free to message me and I'd be happy to get back to you. I'm going to close this evening with that. And I'm going to close this evening with the hope that you'll be thinking about accountability and your choices, and that you and only you are responsible and free to make all the choices that you want for yourself. All of them. You can choose to be happy. You can choose to be sad. You can choose to have joy, or you can choose to be miserable. It's completely up to you. Okay, people? So I'm going to close with that, and I'm going to close with all my love to each one of you. Thank you for joining me. You are such a great joy in my life. And who would have thought that I would have received so much joy in social media? I know. I can't. Even now, even today, it still behooves me, but I'm so grateful for this sweet little journey, so grateful for each one of you. If you have any comments or responses, go ahead and shoot them over to me. And like I said, I'd be happy to get back to you. It is a joy for me to see each one of you and and to share in this with all of you. So thank you guys for all your love and support. Thank you for your time. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I will see you all on Sunday. So stay tuned.